Most serious developers have a strong belief and commitment to source control, and the most popular source control framework is Git. If you're not familiar with Git, you may want to look at my course, Source Code Control in .NET with Git using SourceTree. In any case, for the next section of this course, you will need to have Git installed, and you can get Git at git-scm.com. It's free and it's easy to install. Let's begin by opening up the terminal window. The first thing that we want to do is check what directory we're in. We're in the code directory. I'm going to go up one directory, and now I'll be in the desktop directory. And here I'm going to make a directory called sample git. So make directory sample git. I'm now going to go into the code directory, which we've been using for most of this course. Let's make sure we are there. Let's take a quick look at what's in here. And I'm going to copy helloworld.ts to sample git. You'll remember that sample git is one up and over. So I'm going to say copy helloworld.ts to one up and then sample git. Now I can go to sample git and I should see hello world TS. And sure enough, I do. If you're not familiar with Unix commands, you can follow along exactly as I have done. And if you're on Windows, of course, you'll want to use Windows commands such as copy and dir. Now that I'm in the directory with hello world TS, I can begin using Visual Studio Code by simply typing code dot. And that will open up Visual Studio Code. And notice that hello world TS is in our directory, and if I click on it, it opens up. We want to check this file into source control. Over here on the left is the source control button. We'll go ahead and press that, and it says there are no active source control providers. However, there is this little symbol up here, which is to initialize the repository. And we'll go ahead and click that. And what that's going to do is ask us where we want our local repository. Typically, we'll put it in the same directory as our project. I'm in sample git. I'm going to click initialize repository. That's all it takes to create a local repository through Visual Studio Code. Notice that helloworld.ts is now under changes and has a green U. That means that it's uncontrolled by Git. Git does not know about its existence yet. Let's click on helloworld.ts and come up to the check mark which says commit. And I'm going to go ahead and commit helloworld.ts to the local repository. It says that there are no stage changes to commit. And would I like to automatically stage all my changes and commit them directly? Now, some people like to work that way without a staging area. I'm going to say yes for now to commit this, and then we'll take a look at how to create a staging area. Up here we see 3 dots. Let's click on that, the More Actions button, and come down and say Stage All Changes. Now we have 2 separate areas, a Stage Changes area and a Changes area. And notice that Hello World TS is now in the Stage Changes, and that U, saying that it wasn't followed, has turned into an A, indicating that it's an add. I can remove Hello World from staging by pressing the minus, and that moves it just down to the Changes area, or the plus to put it back in the Stage Changes, and the check mark to commit it from Stage Changes. Notice that a window has come up for the commit message. This is required and helps you keep track of what changes were made. I'm going to call this initial commit and hit enter, and that will cause my file to be committed to the local repository. If I go to terminal, let's check the directory I'm in. I am in the correct directory. ls to see what's in that directory. There's my hello world.ts. Where is my local repository? Our entire local repository is held in a single folder, but that folder is hidden. On Windows, you're going to want to go to Windows Explorer, Preferences, and set it so that you can see hidden folders. On the Mac, you can issue a command from the command line. That command is defaults write com.apple.finder apple show all files. Yes. Now open your Finder window, navigate to Get Sample, and notice that you now see a hidden directory .git. You can explore that directory, and inside is everything needed for your local repository. This is the one place that you can cause file loss or corruption of your local repository. So look, but don't touch, and that's why it was hidden in the first place. Visual Studio Code knows how to work with your local repository to allow you to add files, commit files, read files, roll back commits, and so forth.